day 8 of Advent of Code. Let's see how ChatGPT fares against it. So I will take the problem description, put it into ChatGPT, and also give it the input file. And let's see what happens. So I asked ChatGPT to validate its logic against the simple example in the description so that we know that it actually does the right thing. Okay, so the initial analysis ended up with a problem there. I don't think it understood that the hash tags there are just to indicate where the antinodes will be. So it is facing some issues there. Well, this logic seems to be just too complicated than as compared to how complex the problem actually is. Not sure what is actually doing. It's kind of calculating some analytic geometry and no, just overcomplicated way to solve this. I'm not completely sure it's doing the right thing because it seems to be getting into some rabbit hole based on its initial mistake somehow. And yeah, it gave up. So let's try to ask it the same thing again in a new window just to see if it has better luck when trying completely from scratch. And we'll see what happens. Okay, so this is the sample data. This time it took the right sample, not the one that's actually showing how it works. So that's better already. But it did not succeed even with the sample data yet. Yes, 7, but it should be 14. So something is off there. Should be twice as much, essentially. Okay, so it's now debugging which are accounted for. Right. Okay, still stuck with those 7. I feel like it's calculating half of them, just half of them on one side maybe. But it's still stuck with the same result all over again. So even in this configuration, we are not getting the right results, even for the first part yet. So that is not promising. So in this case, it's getting 4. It seems completely wrong because there is no antinode here. None that is actually within bounds of the map. So yeah. So first part, not very successful. And I am afraid just asking it for the second part will not be any more helpful. So okay. Something wrong there. So what do we have? 34. That's interesting. Okay, so that is very, very funny. ChatGPT failed completely against the first part of the problem, which is the easier one. But taking the second part of the problem, it solved it on basically first try after fixing some syntax errors in the code. It just solved it without any problems. So this is interesting. It did not manage to do part 1, but it managed to do the part 2 easily. Very interesting, very revealing. So, oh well. It seems that you cannot always rely on ChatGPT because it sometimes ends up doing the wrong thing on some easy problem and then solves the more complex one easily for you. So yeah, that's how it is. All right, so we'll see how it continues for day 9. And until then, see you later.